the government of India came up with a new scheme which is called as employment linked incentive scheme. This is very strategic and very important government scheme. So in the first paper they mentioned about the cabinet announced incentive scheme to generate more jobs. This particular scheme is called as employment incentive scheme. Employment linked incentive scheme. What is this? I will tell you. See, before this there was another program or another scheme which is called as production linked incentive scheme. I will tell you, this is the background. In the very first page, if you see, they mentioned about in the last cabinet announces incentive scheme to generate more jobs. Understand? Few years back, government came up with the scheme called as production linked incentive scheme, which means any manufacturing company, if they are producing more, any manufacturing company, if they are producing more than their capacity, then government of India will give some incentives. For example, a car manufacturing company like Mahindra, every year it is having the capacity of production of 1,000 Thar cars. Now the government of India is telling that, so anyhow you will be producing 1,000 cars. What I will do, if you produce 2,000 cars, I will give you reduction in excise duty. I will give reduction in GST. GST you have to pay 18%, no? You pay 9% enough. That is called as incentive. So, originally they can produce how much? 1,000. Now government of India telling them to produce how much? Double. So now what is the benefit for the government of India? When more goods are produced, if I am producing more goods, whether I will produce my goods and I will keep with me or whether I will send it to the market, I will send it to the market. I will try to sell it off. If I am not going to sell it off, I will be at loss. So when I am selling it, I am creating demand. When there is demand, then only people will buy, no? So I will create a demand. According to the demand, I will be selling it. When I am selling it, whether the company will be getting money, the company will be getting money. When company is getting money, the company will run. Employment will be generated. They will be paying the taxes. So the economy will run. So this scheme was very successful. Production linked incentive. So that every manufacturing company is going to produce more. So on how much they produce, on those there is incentive. That particular scheme is called as what? Production linked incentive. Clear up? Everyone? Now what happened? The government of India came with another scheme which was successful, which is called as production linked incentive. Now government of India, yesterday they came up with this scheme, hence it is in today's newspaper. They allocated somewhere around 99,400 crore approximately. 99,400 crore is been allocated for this particular project, this particular scheme. Now you see, now what I am going to do, I am a firm. So government is telling that, hey you firm, if you create new employment, the first month of the salary, 15,000 rupees will be paid by the government. And if you continue the same, the first employees will get a salary. Paid by whom first month? Government of India. Second month government will not pay, but first month will be paid by the government. And if you continue consistently for 2 years, I will extend your employee incentive scheme for another 2 years. So 2 years of incentive scheme is going to become 4 years of incentive scheme. Your company is manufacturing, and if you are giving employment to the new people for 2 years. Now what I will do, oh, for first employees, for the beginning employees, for the starters who want to job, when the private firm is taking inside on thinking that the first salary will be paid by the government, what I will do, it's good, no, I will take more employees. I will give jobs. Why? Because the first month salary is paid by whom? Government. So I will think that my burden is not there. So I will give them. If I continue working them for 2 years, then the government told it will be extended for another 2 years. So whether I will be going for giving more jobs or not, why? Because first month of the salary is paid by whom? So whether employment generation is happening, it is called as employment linked incentive scheme. So this much budget is allocated. Why? Because the first month of the salary will be paid by the. So a firm, whether they will be motivated to give more employment or not. I am only firm, I will only be motivated, no. First month is paid by government, what for me? Chalo. But I want more. So what I should do? I should continue for another 2 years. Why? Because I have incentive that the 2 years will be made 4 years. So there is an incentive for employer, there is an incentive for employee. What is the incentive for employee? Sir, I am first person, I want a job. Yes, you please come, I will give you the job. Why? Because first month is paid by the. That is called as employment linked incentive scheme. So whenever you read any program or any government scheme, just no need to remember that much number, but the core concept you have to understand. What is core? Production linked incentive scheme you understood. Second is what? Employment linked incentive scheme. So whether the private people will be motivated to produce more employment or not? Yes. They will be. Why? Because first month is paid by whom? Government. Second. So this is cabinet announces incentive scheme to generate more jobs. Second, yes, see, if you see here, Telangana blast toll rises to 36. Very unfortunate thing. Just 15 kilometers from here. 15 to 20 kilometers from here, where we are now. It's a very unfortunate thing. I am 100% sure one or the other person will be connected to all of us who are sitting in this classroom. Some or the other way, directly or indirectly, the people who got injured, who got died, one or the other person will be linked to us. So see here, Telangana blast happened in a pharmaceutical company. And here in fireworks accident happened. Very frequently fire accidents are happening in firecrackers manufacturing companies. It can be Shivakasi, it can be Perambudur, where the manufacturing companies of fire workers are there. So the fire accidents are becoming very common. So how to stop it? Current affair. Stampedes happened. Till yesterday stampedes happened. Today what happened? Fire accidents are happening. So compulsory UPSC will be expecting a question. So one class I will take how to stop stampedes, how to stop fire accidents. Next article. So the UPSC will be asking the questions based upon this aspect. See, the same page, one side is a fire accident in pharmaceutical company, another side there is a fire accident in firecrackers company. And the next, quad. So you no need to go inside. So you should have the information. Quad. Quad is something, it is a group of 4 countries, United States of America, Japan, India, Australia. Quad is a group of 4 countries whereby their main target is China. So unfortunately, the critical minerals like rare earth metals in the world Unfortunately, 90% of the rare earth metals, which are also called as critical minerals, are present in China, which are used in robots, which are used in artificial intelligence, which are used in information communication technology, which are used in nanotechnology. So this is rockets, satellites. So most of the rare earth metals are present in China. So what is happening? Complete world is depending on China. So now we created this group which will become self-reliant, Atmanirbhar, so that the country's dependence on China should be reduced, and they themselves should become the manufacturers, they themselves should become the manufacturers of producers of critical minerals. And the economy is tilted towards China, the dependence on China should be reduced, and these people should become so strong so that other countries should depend on these countries but not on China. That particular organization name is called as Quad. So Quad is nothing but to counter China. In which field? Critical minerals field. As well as the dependence of the world on China is increasing. In order to reduce the dependence on China, we are coming up with a group called as Quad. In this official meet, nothing happened. In this official meet which was been conducted, our Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar told that terrorism is increasing, we have to eradicate terrorism. He discussed about it. Got it? So what is the core? What is the core group it is we need to understand? Next. So we understood 3 articles up to now. Number 1 is employment linked incentive, fire accidents, and third is next. Nothing is there. Go to 10th page. 10th page. See, in 10th page, this you have to remember for your prelims. Shakti 2025, 10th page here, Shakti 2025, which is military exercise between India and France. That Shakti 2025, a bilateral military exercise has been concluded between which countries? India and France. That particular bilateral military exercise name is called as what? Shakti. Enough. Next. This is very important. See, Navy Index Indigenous Stealth Frigate. What is indigenous stealth frigate? You should know the meaning of. If in your UPSC interview also, they will not ask all these things. In mains also they will not. In prelims also they will not ask all these things. They will ask, what is stealth frigate? Stealth frigate is that particular ship which will be moving on high seas as a navy, a part of navy, which is called as stealth, which means they will not be identified or they will not be found by the radars, sonars, infrared. So they will be escaping. So in a hidden way, this ship will be traveling in the ocean. So whether we can go to the Pakistan, whether we can go to the Bangladesh, we can go to any other country, we will be not notified. Why? Because stealth means escaping. The radars which they release, the sonar which they release, the infrared which they release, the stealth frigates will not be identified by those enemy countries. So we can go deeper into the other countries. So now we launched what? INS Udayagiri. The name is called as what? INS Udayagiri. This INS Udayagiri, what is INS, sir? Indian Naval Ship. INS means Indian Naval Ship Udayagiri, which is called as what? Stealth Frigate, which will be escaping the radar and they will be going to the enemy borders without the notice of enemy countries. So obviously we want it. Similarly, we have what? INS Tamal, Indian Naval Ship Tamal. What is this Indian Naval Ship? It is a warship. It is the last warship which is manufactured on foreign soil. Now we are mainly focusing on what? Atmanirbhar. Now we are focusing on what? Self-reliance. Now we are focusing on what? Indigenous development. So this is the last project which we gave to the foreign country, which is called as Indian naval ship Tamal, which is been manufactured on foreign soil, and it is called as what? A warship. Commissioned means came into or commissioned into Indian Navy. So two ships are being commissioned into Indian Navy. One is called as INS Tamal, second is called as INS Udayagiri. In prelims we can expect this question. INS Udayagiri means it is stealth frigate. Frigate means small ship. Whereas INS Tamal means what? A warship. Last warship manufactured on foreign soil. Sir, why you are telling last? Now next warship is not there. Why? Because we are manufacturing indigenously. Yes. And this is a very another thing. Rail 1. See, so many apps are there. Sometimes I only get confused. IRCDS for PNR status. So many apps will be there. Tatkal, another lab. Tatkal. So many apps are there. We forgot in which app we did. So now Indian Railways had clubbed all apps, now came up with a single app called as Rail 1, in which IRCT services are there, PNR status we can check, food we can book, complaints we can lodge, and we can lodge about the availability of new trains, availability of seats. This all can be checked by only one particular app. That app name is called as Rail 1. This is one. See, this is very important. Cabinet okays 1 lakh crore scheme to incentivize private sector in research and development. The biggest problem for India is we won't invest that much in research and development. In other countries, the government will invest on research and development, private companies also will invest on research and development. But in India, government is investing less on research and development, private companies are not at all interested in research and development. So the government of India told that, hey, you private companies who are been registered, who are successfully working, for those companies, you have to go for research and development. For your research and development, who will be giving? Government of India will be giving. How much money will be given? So you should get it out. Sir, then instead of giving to private, they can only do, no sir. Why we have to give for private? So the government of India is telling that 50% you do, 50% I will do. If any research and development happened, any benefit is coming out, you keep with you. But it should not cross the border. Are you getting my point? If any innovation happened, any creativity happens, any new medicine came, any new technology came, it should be in India only, under your name only, but it should be to India only. So for that you are not doing research and development, no, you don't worry. You put 50%, I will also give you 50%. So at least 50% is mine, you will be motivated to put investment in research and development. That is what it is called as. Cabinet okays 1 lakh crore scheme to incentivize private sector research and development. So how many articles are there today? 6 articles are there. Number 1, what? Employment incentive linked scheme or employment linked incentive scheme. Number 2, fire accidents. In detail we will be discussing about the fire accidents, how to overcome it, stampede as well as fire accidents. Number 3, Quad is an organization which is established to counter whom? China. What are the countries under it? United States of America, India, Japan and Australia. 4th, ship INS stealth frigate Udayagiri. INS Udayagiri, which is what? Stealth frigate. Next, INS Tamal, foreign soil manufactured warship. 6th, Rail 1. 7th, private investment. So in newspaper you will be not getting answer. In newspaper you will be getting examples. Remember this. Newspaper you will not get answer. You should not search for answer in the newspaper. Whether it is a model answer? No. It is an article which is giving us information. So you should collect examples from those. And those examples should be in your booklet, in your notes which you are writing for your current affairs. In that way you have to use the newspaper. Never we should think that we will be getting content in our newspapers. In newspapers we will be getting the best examples. So as usual, Now today onwards, we added one more thing. The question is on this article, a triangular dynamic in South Asia's power politics. Based upon this article, a question is being made: examine the implications of recalibration of US-Pakistan relations in India's strategic autonomy and regional security architecture. One example I will tell you, you think it, go to home and think. United States of America played diplomatically with India and Pakistan in Operation Sindoor. It did not took any stand, either Pakistan or India. But same conflict happened within 1 month. In the conflict between Israel and Iran, USA took a stand. Then there, USA took a stand saying that Iran is manufacturing terrorists. USA know that Pakistan is also manufacturing terrorists. Then why USA didn't took stand against Pakistan, whereas they took stand against Iran? What made them? So that is what? A triangular dynamic in South Asian power politics. What is the role of United States of America? What is the role of India? What is the role of Pakistan? So for this, we thought that it should not only be the content. From today you will be getting mind map on that particular article, so that it will be easy to identify. Okay, it is printout, so it is in black and white. If it is PDF, it will be in color, so that you can have a clear visibility. So those who doesn't have time, I know you don't have time, so when you don't have time to read the answer, at least you go through mind map. See, how to approach the editorial means, I told you, no, this is a triangular thing which is happening in South Asia. South Asia means SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, these all are countries are part of it. In the big brother is India. After India, who is the big brother? Pakistan. So there is conflict between both of them. So then third one, who, sir? USA. So we should not, we should only understand summary. After reading the article, this much big article should be reflected in 2 paragraphs in your notes. This is not answer, this is not essay. If you think this is essay, you are wrong. If you are thinking this is answer, you are wrong. It is just a summary. That summary should be what is what happened, what the author of this article want to tell. That's it. That is summarized here. Okay? Thank you.